Man, this computer is such a delay. Good morning. How are ya? Wiggy wiggy. We are up and moving on a Tuesday. I'm here on a Tuesday, honey. Good morning. Oh, let me tell you something. I was on time, but the computer wasn't. Child, this computer was not working. I don't know what. I think I should have rebooted it or whatever the case may be. It wasn't working. But we here. Ah, countdown till I get my hair did. Let me turn this down. Happy Tuesday. I'm Katrina, the author of the book Krave. Right. Hope everyone is up and moving and ready to get that coffee to start their day. Ciao. Let me tell you something. Ah, it was so hard. Actually, I was up. I was up at 3. I was just laying there looking out the window. I don't know. Anyway, so let me wipe these off. I think yellow will be my color for the summer because we're talking about summer. And vacation. That's what we're talking about today. So I saw this gentleman in Maryland. He was a CEO and he worked a lot. I think it was like 30 years, if I'm not mistaken, or 35. I mean, it was up there, you know. And he passed away after he retired. May God rest his soul. Let me tell you something. Do not sit up here and give these jobs your life. Because trust and believe, when it's time for God to call you home, they will replace you in a heartbeat. You have PTO time, take your PTO. You have to vacation. You have to enjoy life. Don't you sit up here and work 365 days a year. No, for some of us, I'm going to say 375 because we do all that overtime and I understand we got bills, but when I took my first, well, not my first cruise, but my cruise, where I took my son on his first cruise, I met this guy, gentleman, he was a lawyer. And if you take a cruise, you know that, they sit you with people you don't know. Okay. Which is fine. And we just started, everybody's talking, having conversation or whatever. The adults, the children are just like, whatever. And I said, we got on a conversation about finances and all that kind of, oh, my necklace on that. We got on the topic of finances and stuff like that, right? So, and I was like, well, I've been waiting, I did this before with my ex sister. And so I said I wanted to take my son so he can experience it. Because, I always wanted my son to travel. I didn't want him to have kids, but I'm happy my grandbaby's here now, honey. Let me tell you something. Because that oldest one, my twin, best thing since sliced bread. The second one, too, that's my baby. That's my sweetheart. That's Fancy's sweetheart. And the first one is for Fancy's baby. Okay, so I always wanted him to travel and enjoy life. Because when you have children, your world stops. I don't care what nobody say. You can sit up and say, no, you don't. Da, da, da. Bullshit. It stops. It's no longer about you, what you want to do, your dreams, your goals, whatever. If you're going to be a mom, then it stops. And you can be a mother. It is what it is. But if you're going to be a mom, everything stops. It's a difference. If you don't get it, you'll get it by the time you get off work today. So, and I took him on his first cruise. So I was talking to the gentleman on the cruise ship, and he was like, and I said, well, I had to wait for my tax money. That's when I used to get tax money. But since I've been married, I don't get nothing. Anyway, so um, I told him I used my tax money to pay my cruise or whatever. So he was like, why do you have to wait for your tax money? If you don't mind me asking. I was like, you know me, I love conversation. I want you to teach me And it's okay when people teach us. So I said, um, because like I always thought I couldn't afford it. I had to wait for my tax money and bills to pay. So he said, out of that bill money, right? If you took $20 out of your paycheck, would you still make your bills work? If you was missing $20, you was missing $50, would you still make your bills work? And I thought about it. I was like, yeah, I'll figure it out. He said, so why not pay yourself first? It's your money. I said, so what do you say? This makes so much sense. Child. And then the other lady, she was on there with her husband. She said, start a vacation account. It comes out your paycheck before taxes. We teach each other, you know? They will teach you. You might not like it, but they'll teach you. But I'm like, okay, this is making sense. I love to travel. I was cruising every freaking year. I think I'm up to my, I think cruise 9. We were going strong. COVID came, shut down the Carter. It was done, so. But we picking it back up, not the cruise. Well, I want to cruise, hopefully, God's willing, next year. This year was just too much stuff going on for us to even do that. Like, it was just, and I don't cruise hurricane season. I don't play those games. From March to November, I don't cruise. So it would have to be December, January, February. I have learned that. I was on a cruise ship. We had to outrun. I was on 2 cruises. One, we had to come back to port, and then the other one, we had to outrun a hurricane. I said, I'm done. We're not doing that no more. But yeah, still continue to cruise. You just got to know when, where. You gotta watch the tropical islands and stuff like that. But I have been to some wonderful places, and I still have not been to Paris. I need to go to Paris. So, but I want, I don't want us to sit at this desk, at this factory, at this shopping market, grocery store, and give our all to a job. And we don't travel and appreciate life. Stop eating out. Ways that you could budget for your vacation. I said a coworker a while ago, she was like, you always going on vacation. I also bring my lunch dear. You eat at Red Lobster every day. I can't afford to go on vacation, but you eat at Red Lobster. You eat Red Lobster $30 every day. Where you can just make a small sandwich and get you a small juice and have a small snack on your lunch break. First of all, how you eating Red Lobster and come back and sit at a desk? I'll be knocked out sleep. No, we're not doing that. That is hurtful. I had went to IHOP one morning and got breakfast and then had to go sit in my office for 8 hours. When I tell you I was hurting, never did it again. Won't do it. Mm-mm. Now I get a bagel and a cup of coffee and go sit down somewhere. There's no way on God's green earth you can just sit there and eat a full meal and go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm always a morning girl for work. I don't do late shifts. I don't do none of that. Um, but let me tell you. So always remember to pay yourself first before you pay anybody else. I mean, I think it's the right thing to do, far as wanting to travel, wanting to do something different in life. I asked a friend of mine, I said, are you living or are you existing? And a lot of us don't know what that means. You cannot sit here and give a job, all of you, and don't enjoy the perks of life. This world is so big. One thing I always wanted to do was live like a hobo. I want to get in the car and just go. I mean, we don't have to stay out. Do it. Sorry, allergy season. I sprayed my nose before I came on, but okay. So I want to get in the car. Now we don't have to go like um I'm gonna say we can leave on a Friday and come back on a Tuesday. But let's just get in the car and wing it. Just go hit these streets and see where we end up at. Whether we're sleeping in the car, but the car gotta be big enough. You understand me? The car has to be big enough. Or we just get a hotel, not motel. I don't do motels. Okay, that's not gonna happen. Don't you do it either. Don't you dare. You spring for that 149 at the Hilton versus that $32 at the motel. Don't do that. Because you're gonna wake up and somebody gonna be kissing you and you're gonna be like, what the, and they ain't gonna have no arms and no legs. But anyway, I'm just saying. So we have to work, travel, save, repeat. Now, a lot of us working and we have bank accounts and we're still working. You're working to leave your money to who? That's your money. Take your money and vacation. Don't leave your money to these mofos. They don't appreciate it. You work for that money. You're gonna leave money for someone who didn't even buy you a birthday gift. Well, some of us might. We might have those good people, but we all don't. So you don't want to work and leave your money to somebody that don't appreciate it because you worked your whole life to save your money, and that person that's gonna end up getting your money is probably somebody you don't like. They're gonna blow your money in 6 months because it's not theirs. They didn't work for it. I always say people who don't work and don't make money don't appreciate money, and that's facts. Now, did you know? Well, this is what I think. I agree to it. I agree with it. Travel is the only thing you buy that makes you richer. I thought about that. Listen, travel is the only thing you buy that makes you richer. Taking you to the most, taking yourself to the most beautiful islands and enjoying that. Now, don't go on hurricane season where the tables and the chairs flipped over. Don't do that. But what I'm saying is, it's wonderful. It's like being on a resort. Even, you know what? Even if you don't go to a resort, try something different. Like drive to a Four Seasons, not in your state, go out your state and experience the customer service at the Four Seasons. Honey, life changing. It would change everything about you. You go on vacation more because we work so hard. We deserve that royalty treatment. You understand what I'm saying? So definitely try your best to vacation. You cannot sit up here and work 20 something years on a job and then go home and sit in the chair. No. I don't care if you get in your car and go to Atlantic City. Do something. Walk the boardwalk. You understand? Do something. Take it. And you don't even have to take 7-day cruises. You can just take a 3-day cruise around the city. That could be a starter for you. You know, you leave out of New York, North Carolina, Miami. So you know, never regret the vacation you didn't take. Mm. Why don't we take vacation? Do we think we can't afford it? We can afford it. Buying the Starbucks every morning, $5 plus. Dunkin' Donuts, $5 plus. Eating out at lunch. We can afford to vacation. We just don't want to. I think some people are scared. I know people who've never left Maryland. What are you doing with your life? Don't you dare tell me you went to Ocean City. Don't you dare. Let me tell you something. I have never been to Ocean City, and I will not because I've been to places like Belize, Honduras, Cozumel, Mexico. It's no way. I'm so sorry. Now, don't get me wrong. My favorite place, because my allergies don't act up, is Atlantic City. I don't know why, but I do not need allergy medicine in Atlantic City. So I love Atlantic City. I really do. I love Caesars, you know, and Hard Rock. Hard Rock cool too. But we have to vacation. I think it's mandatory, like I think are we scared to vacation? Are we scared to leave? I seen a video of a guy, he was on this boat or something, and he was scared. He was like, take me back to land, take me back to land. I think sometimes we're scared to leave our comfort zone. And rightfully so. It's okay. That's why I say start with something small. Like if you want to cruise, just do a 3 day one. Not a 7, not an 11, but a 3 day one. A cruise to nowhere. I think it's called a cruise to nowhere. Try some parks. Parks have hotels like Hershey Park. They have hotels. You can start with that. It's something. It's packing a small bag, getting you your first suitcase, packing a small bag, and just traveling. My granddaughter has a suitcase, okay? Now she's about to get a new one because that was more of a kiddie one. Well, she's a big girl. She'll be 5 soon. So then our new grandbaby, she'll get that one because it's basically still brand new. It's the Elsa suitcase. So when we take them on their family vacation. Now, new grandbaby not going on family vacation this year because she's still new. New grandbaby got to use the bathroom. Okay, so because first grandbaby, she did not go on vacation. We didn't start her vacation till she can go to the bathroom by herself. So she's been vacationing now for 2 years. So yes, she said, I'm gonna go to the vacation house. So that's what she wanted to do. So when new grandbaby started using the restroom, she'll be going on vacation. So she got 2 years, well, a year. Well, I'm gonna say 2 before she start her vacations. And then have your little suitcase. And even if you don't have a babysitter, I didn't have a babysitter, but I wanted to go places. My thing was New York City. So what I would do is I had to take my son. If I wanted to go somewhere, I had to take him. Who was gonna watch him? Couldn't leave him home by himself. So that's what I did. Do what you gotta do, you know? So we travel not to escape life, but for life not to escape us. Let me do it again. Minus the allergy voice. What the? We travel not to escape life, but for life not to escape us. If you don't get it, you'll get it by the time you get off work, or you'll get it by the time you get to your lunch break. I think vacationing is a wonderful thing. I gotta choose my words carefully because some stuff I want to say, this it's not time. It's not time. I'm telling you, it's not time. But when it's time, believe me when I tell you, y'all gonna be like, what the? This girl is off the hook. But anyway, so promise me you're gonna take vacations, even if it's something small. And also, try to vacation Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday night and Saturday night is too expensive. Nobody's sitting here giving no hotel no $400 for one night. Well, we did it, but it's Crave. It's different. But for family vacation, if we decide to go to a beach or something like that, we're going Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Like, well, granddaughter, we're going to take her. I'm not saying where, but we're taking her. But we're going Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday. It's cheaper because Sunday night the rooms. I don't care what hotel. Like even Caesars on Sunday night, depending on the season, you can get the room for like $69. So always remember Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is cheaper to vacation. Okay. So yes, we have to call Misha because Misha, we're gonna let her know the dates for grandbaby vacation. Anyway, so we travel not to escape life, but for life not to escape us, to enjoy it, to be in the moment, to make memories, have fun, try eat some food. No, what was in Cozumel, Mexico? No, Cancun. And I ordered that seafood salad. Yeah. Make sure anywhere you go, they got French fries because it's universal. My seafood had actually the C in it, and I was like, almost had a fit. So But those are the things of memories. Those are memories you make when you go out of town and you vacation and stuff like that. So I want everybody to have a great day and make sure you vacation. Enjoy life. Take a cruise, like I said. Go to an island. I'm going to New Orleans this year. I'm excited. You know what else was nice? San Juan. That was so nice. Like, oh my, I want to go. I still got to get Hawaii, Paris, um, Aruba. I want to go to Aruba. Like I said, Sunday through Thursday is cheaper. Don't mess with them Fridays and Saturdays, honey. Unless it's kind of like an off season, you might luck up a little bit. It'll take a little bit off. Like I know from September to like October, the hotels they don't cut it, but it's a little bit for Friday and Saturday. But I try not to mess with a Friday, especially Saturday night. Saturday is more expensive than Friday night. If you think I'm joking, go online and look at it. But anyway, I want everybody to have a great day. Happy Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. If you want a taco, get a taco. Be kind to one another. Pass on the act of kindness. Have a great day. Buy my book.